Okay, so today we're here to discuss the really annoying things and really stupid things that our little siblings do, such as gacha content and, of course, weird Fortnite role plays, which is already weird in itself.
Yeah.
Before we start, I'd like to introduce our new member, Trash Kid. His details will be down below.
Mm.
Yep,
Mm.
channel in the description. We found a replacement for the Texans one.
Yep,
Mm.
it's
It's time
confirmed.
like
Trash Kid is our new drummer.
our new. Okay, oh yeah, okay, kid. Okay, kid.
Alright, so I'd like to start out with the cringe things my siblings do. So I got one sister, the youngest one, who's normal, and the older one, not older than me, but like older than my younger sister, is insane.
So would you
All
like to give
right,
the details?
yes, I'll give the details. So she's a gotcha kid, one of the weird ones, a TikToker, a BTS stan. There's this anime called Hunter x Hunter, which she watches and makes weird fan art of the characters. That kind of person. She also
Like that deviant art type beat.
DeviantArt type beat. Yeah. She also can't go 5 seconds without mentioning her precious animes.
She couldn't
And
stop talking about how she's an anime person.
no, it's a totally separate thing. And also, one last thing. Well, wait, what was the last thing again? Oh yeah, she can't go like 5 seconds without saying how freaking gotcha is fine and the community is good. Oh, and she also calls herself a furry and says weird furry things.
Yeah, so all right, let's discuss this weird side of YouTube called the Gotcha Kids,
The
and
gotcha kids.
they make these weird sexualizations and like weird gameplay. The
Yeah.
characters in itself are already ugly and just a
Yep.
terrible design and animation, really.
They look like if you took anime boys, but like gave them brain surgery and gave them tumors and like basically murdered them. That's what it would look like. And then run them over with a pickup truck. That's what a gotcha character looks like.
Bring the final fatality.
Fatality. Flawless victory.
Honestly, it might not even be a pickup truck. It might be one of those farmer things they use.
Those
Raptors.
tractors.
Yeah, like the ones with the weird blades at the end.
Yeah, so they make this weird content, and I don't really understand it. Maybe it's because I'm a different demographic. I'm a teenager, and
We 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 as the boys do not understand this strange stuff.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we as teenagers cannot really grasp the concept of any of their videos, especially the weird
Yes.
ones, especially like
Indeed.
the weird like family role plays.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the
those
in the really really weird side, like straight up, there's a whole subreddit devoted to making fun of these kids.
Exactly like the weird side,
This
and
is the only time where I agree with Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. Very cool.
yeah,
Trash Kid. Any
Oh,
opinions, Trash Kid?
well, I don't have such a life. I mean, my sister does use TikTok, but I do have a friend that likes Gotcha Life. So, luckily, it's not as bad as
and you're still friends with this person.
they're a nice person. They don't go into the weird stuff of Gotcha Life. They really just make characters in it. They don't make videos or family role plays. So luckily I don't have it as a brain damaged person or just a
Yeah.
person that doesn't know what they like.
Oh, I'd also
Yeah,
like to mention that there is content of Dream and the Dream SMP members on Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just like to state that.
yeah, you're mixing two very weird and disgusting communities, and then mashing them together to create one huge weird thing.
Well,
I hate it.
Yes.
mostly one disgusting community. Dream SMP can be disgusting, so it's like a half and half for Dream SMP, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of just like when you're taking in the context, the Dream SMP fans make Dream just freaking terrible
Yeah,
and almost unbearable to
like
watch. It's kind of like how JoJo fans kind of spread and they make a bunch of random
Yeah.
JoJo
As
comparisons.
one of the okay JoJo fans, I'd like to state that part of the community freaking sucks. Do not touch that part of the community. It's its own
Yeah, and
blob of
another part.
sadness.
yeah, same with Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z has its fair share of very toxic members, and the best thing about your community is when you are able to recognize these guys and call them out. All right, I just want to say that.
Yes. All right, Apollo, tell us about your siblings.
All right, so my sibling watches Fortnite role plays, and he also watches TikTok, and he also freaking watches weird, sad Roblox role plays about being poor and stuff. It's weird. And he blasts this like very
Okay.
very loud into his earphone into his headphones. It's almost unbearable to watch. The voices are annoying. Just very how do I say it? They scream a lot. They're very hoarse, I guess.
Albert's like a flamingo from Albert stuff.
Yeah, but like 10 times more annoying. Like
Yeah.
very raspy.
All right, all
Like a
right,
rat. Like very,
all right. Just off topic here. My cat just jumped out of my closet after like 2 hours of staying in there. I just like to state that. I thought it might be important. Carry on.
huge news flash update.
They don't even
Huge CNN broadcast
in
here.
like the Roblox videos that he was talking about. They don't even make the screams funny or anything. It's just screams.
Yeah,
There's no joke. It's literally
Yeah,
just
like
somebody screaming.
man, this guy is really screaming harder
e-
than my sister when we take away her iPad for 5 seconds. Am I right, boys?
exactly
Up top.
and even when they're not screaming, they're talking like very, very loudly and in these very annoying and very screeching, like high screeching voices.
They're like,
They're not even good voices. It's just like them zooming into one character and then having them talk with this very
yeah, they're
annoying
like,
voice.
hey, give me money.
Like
Exactly.
Morgs and
Yeah,
Axl Rose
yeah.
had a child. Only the true
Yeah,
rock and roll fans get that one. Am I right, boys?
yeah, exactly. And they also make these weird like voices. They give them these weird voices. Like one of the voices I've seen, I mean I've heard, is one in where you know how Peppa Pig sounds like she has her nose freaking stuffed.
Yeah, like
You know exactly
like that.
exactly. They sound like they have their nose freaking stuffed.
Yeah,
Like they need to blow their nose or something like that. Like they have a sinus infection. And
sinus infection.
I can't grasp it because maybe I wanted to give it a chance because maybe it had some really good, like
Comedic
low key
values.
messages and values. Exactly. But then when you read the title, it's like, oh, rags to riches. It's like the same videos over and over again about bullying and all that other stuff. Roblox bullying, and I don't like seeing this stuff because it's very very weird.
I'd like to call out something. Do you
Okay.
know those copy paste Roblox girls from TikTok?
Yep.
TikTok.
Freaking
My
Tic Tac.
sister is also one of those. That's just another thing on like the sin list.
Yeah, that is terrible. I don't like.
Wait,
I don't like it.
creepypastas on TikTok?
No,
Oh,
copy
copy
pasta.
copypasta. Oh,
No,
I did-
copy and
oh, I
paste.
didn't-
No,
Yeah.
copy and
yeah, I
paste.
couldn't hear that.
Like those weird girls who think they're so original with their outfits and they like the tall Roblox emo boys.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
she's
also want
also
to point
an
out.
emo. She's also an emo.
Just saying that those tall
Jesus.
boys are called blenders.
I'm surely going to help for this one.
And another thing I don't want to talk about is the weird TikTok content. All right. Um, I've seen very very weird and minuscule videos, such as the ones I usually react to on my channel. The stupidity with the fat phobia and weird concepts of racism, which don't really exist.
Yubo and Yubo.
And of course, Yubo.
Yes, Yubo.
I don't think that they watch that kind of content really. But what they do watch are these like very very weird. I haven't completely seen them all, but they're very very weird. Maybe Roblox montages or whatever, and they have this loud screeching auto-tune song and sounds and stuff like that. Yeah, very loud,
Money
annoying
machine,
sounds.
yeah. Like that one.
No, it's like it's very popular, but it has like it's like freaking drowned in auto-tune. And I want to point this out. A lot of TikTok content has the freaking worst music ever. I've never seen one
Yeah.
good song on TikTok, which I don't really go on there. I don't even have an account really. I find my TikTok content or my reactions to it. I find them
Like
from like
YouTube
the website.
compilations.
Or yeah, something like either YouTube compilations or another YouTuber reacting to it, or I find it somewhere off the internet when I'm looking for something else. And what I've seen, they don't hold any good music. Like
Yes.
I'd give it more of a pass if like the music was good,
I
but
mean, you
no,
might as well put freaking Kevin MacLeod royalty-free music. Am I right?
and that would be better. That would be like 10 times
Yeah.
freaking better than that, man. I know I haven't listened to all their new top songs or whatever, but I could say that most of them are really terrible and they don't need to be listened to. And I know another thing I want to also point out is that TikTok makes a lot of celebrities who are mostly kids
Yeah.
who cannot take backlash
Yeah,
or
like
no
Charlie D'Amelio's only like
exactly.
16.
They make these children famous within a day.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really unhealthy, kind of.
I mean,
Right,
like,
and
I think JoJo Siwa might have came from like Musically or TikTok or whatever. Maybe that's where
I
she
think
came
she
from.
came from like like
Nickel.
a random Disney Channel or
I think it was
Nickelodeon
like
show or something.
I think it was Nickelodeon because she was at the Kids Choice Awards.
Yeah, she was at a yeah. I think she's like was in like a show or something or a
Yeah,
movie.
some Nickelodeon show or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, but I think she has a TikTok account, and still, she's a child celebrity.
exactly.
Especially the weird side of the fans. Like there's just
Oh
normal
yeah.
fans, but then there's weird fans. Like
Like freaking
yeah.
Okay.
obsessive.
Here's the fan. Like, here's the levels of fan. You're a fan. You're a mega fan. You're a stan, and you're a legal fan, and then
Or a
you're in
simp.
jail.
I mean,
Or oh
Exactly.
yeah, simp is somewhere on
yeah.
that chart.
Simp is like
Simp is in between mega fan and
Yeah.
stan.
Yeah.
and just the way that these guys also make up these really stupid and dangerous challenges, such as like the Benadryl challenge, where like you try to
Benadryl
hallucinate off of
challenge.
medicine.
I
No, the Benadryl challenge is actually
remember
a
I
real
was
thing.
afraid. I remember when I was 4, I was afraid of taking those little kids' great Benadryls because I was like, no, no, they're gonna hurt or something like that. And now these TikTok girls are drinking 2 freaking bottles of it in like a couple minutes.
Exactly. And there's been a person who's died from drinking too
Yeah,
much Benadryl.
that's just sad. And TikTokers have encouraged it.
And people are encouraging this stuff. There's also
Okay, I
a
think we
challenge from a
talked
couple of
about
years ago.
TikTok enough, and I'd like to state something about the gotcha community.
Wait. All right, I have one more
Okay,
thing.
fine. All right, fine. What's your thing about the TikTok girls and
I
boys?
want to point out just one more example of like TikTok being a very toxic site. I also want to talk about there's been this challenge called the Never Lacking or something like that, something Never Lacking challenge, where you literally walk up to a random
Neverland.
person, mostly your friend or something like that, and you literally pull out a gun, fake or real. You just pull it out, you just point it at them,
Didn't know that
and
existed.
make sure that they have the gun. Also, make sure they're never lacking, which is also resulted in a death at the least, I think.
That's
And
Yeah,
it's just another example of them promoting this really dangerous content and really stupid content.
yeah.
It's completely
that
pure
could even be
ignorance.
illegal.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. That could be, yeah, that is definitely
Yeah.
possibly illegal.
All right. So I'd like to state something about the gotcha community. There was this girl who was live streamed called Roro Chan 1999. Have either of you ever heard of this particular story?
No, not really.
Okay, so the girl was streaming and she wanted to become famous. I'm paraphrasing this extremely. She wanted to become a quote unquote legend, so she jumped down a flight of stairs and passed away. and that's a terrible story. But the Gotcha Kids are making it into like happy
A
fun.
reenactment.
Roro-chan called me at 3 a.m. The Gotcha Kids are doing that kind of thing. It's just messed up.
All right, that is one thing. All right, remember my reaction to Internet Productions? He does the
Yeah.
exact same thing. Like someone contacting him at 3 a.m. You know, like I would not be surprised if he probably did this. I'm not gonna go and check out his channel because I don't want to go back to losing brain cells. But he would not.
Yes.
He would likely do that.
Exactly.
You also just don't want to.
Same with the
You also
retard
just
J
don't want to
Station.
ruin your
Yes, J Station.
recommended list.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then
Man,
speaking of J Station, I like to move on from what we just talked about, and I want to talk about J Station, how he has planned or he said he was gonna quit, and now I think when I last checked, his content is still on the site. Like he's still making videos. Like it was kind of like a plea to like stay in relevance, I think.
can we keep this J Station thing brief? I need there's something very important I need to talk about.
Okay, we can keep this. All right, let's go. Let's keep this brief. So just trying to a very desperate way to keep continue and stay in relevance, kind of. And I don't think people have completely called it out a lot. But I know it's kind of old news, like a year ago and stuff like that. But I just want to call that one out just quickly for a brief moment, and I'm gonna let Jack take over this one.
Take over what?
You said you had something to say?
Oh yeah. So basically, so my older sister has all this crazy stuff going on in the noggin, and my younger sister is just sad there, and she's being like, and it's kind of, and the weird stuff is starting, like rub off on her. You know what I'm saying? All right,
Oh, that's bad.
and it's sad because like they used to share a room, so it's just sad. Like she went from haha, I like panda unicorns to I am into the Hunter x Hunter gotcha community.
Okay,
It's just
I
a
want to say
sad
this.
de-evolution, man.
Hunter x Hunter is not that bad of an anime. I don't
Yeah,
think it's that bad.
it's pretty decent. I've
Yeah,
given it a couple episodes to watch.
What's
Not the
bad
worst.
about it is the
yeah,
stands,
I
or
agree.
like not the stands, the fans of it.
Yes, yeah. There's a
Yeah,
weird
that's
community. There's kind of a weird community.
Yeah, just kind of like all the communities is like a really weird part of it. But it's decent content. It's these decent most of the time it's these decent people, who are making content that's actually really good, and fans who are ruining that content.
Exactly. With their freaking ships of 13-year-olds.
Like
FBI, open up!
like JoJo. I'm not a fan of JoJo at all. I didn't really.
I mean, I like JoJo,
No.
but I don't really side with what the community's like. But
Exactly. JoJo.
from my personal experiences with the community, the worst thing they have done is get mad at people for not thinking their jokes are funny.
Exactly.
That's
And
the
like
worst thing they've done. They don't do anything weird with the people. I mean, they do, but it's sometimes like every community
it's a
has
small
those
percentage.
people.
It's a small percentage.
Every
Yeah, you're
community
right.
has at least a small percentage of those people.
And JoJo, it's a decent show from what I've
Yeah.
seen from the episodes. It's a really decent show, and like I hate to see decent shows that could really make some money get completely destroyed by their retarded fan base. It's kind of it's really sad to see because it's just so many people who deserve recognition for what they're doing and get completely flacked and just kicked in the face by people who are angry at their fans.
I mean, imagine how
To mention,
sad they would
I'd like
be.
to mention the main villain of JoJo is a serial killer with a hand fetish.
Yeah, that was weird.
Basically, every gotcha kid's dream.
Oh well, you're not wrong about that.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wrap this one up. Yep, the
Yeah.
weird communities of the internet,
Yeah.
and this is Mission Overview signing off.
Mr. No.